common issue in live events or studio spaces is a mix of different formats such as HD or UHD in the same workflow.
Yeah, this can make vision mixing a challenge without the use of expensive external equipment. So in this video we will explore how the UHS 500 can handle these difficult workflows easily. UHS 500 is format independent. This means that we can simply mix any kind of resolution from HD to UHD and vice versa. Standard configuration of UHS 500 is 8 inputs and 7 outputs in total. All inputs are equipped with a frame synchronizer and format converter. The first two inputs are shared between 12 GSDI and HDMI. This can be set inside the menu. Two slots are dedicated to the input and output extensions and 4K DVE options.
Like the previous Vision Mixers HS450 and 410, we had option boards. Can we future-proof the UHS 500 with option boards as well?
Yeah, we have inputs and outputs boards, which include 4x 12 GSDI or 3x HDMI. Back in the menu, functions such as format conversion, SDR to HDR space conversion, and color correction can be fully customized. The HDMI option boards are equipped with 3 HDMI connectors, including an integrated scaler. Thanks to these optional boards, we can now go up to 16 inputs or up to 15 outputs, matching all production requirements. This switcher has 2 integrated multi-viewers with 10 different patterns each. This allows you to monitor all sources and buses inside the switcher.
In live production work, the operator has to generate many different signals and heavily relies on auxiliary buses traditionally. How does this work in the UHS 500?
Yeah, in this switcher we have 4 of these buses, in which 2 can be used for multi-program generation. This includes a mix function and dedicated keyers to create several versions of a signal. Very low latency is key for live event production, and with this switcher, a minimum latency of 1 line is achieved across multiple sources.
Thank you, Julian. I can see how the UHS 500 can be customized to accommodate a variety of different live situations. In the next video, we will be looking at effects generation inside the switcher and also how we can use macros to automate workflows. See you in the next video.